And hello guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another live stream. The first one of 2023. Hope everyone had a good New Year's party. I certainly did. And what a way to start the new year off with the old firm. Rangers versus Celtic here at Ibrox. A game I'm looking forward to. And it'll be my last game on the channel for a while because Dan will be back soon as well. He's back on the 5th. So he'll be back for the Dundee game on the 8th for Rangers. But yeah, guys, I'll go through both lineups quickly. We'll start with Rangers as they are the home side for today's game, and we'll go through the score predictions as well. So comment down below your score predictions for tonight's game. At the moment, the poll's sitting at 65% Rangers to win, so a lot of people back in Rangers to win this game. Rangers start with McGregor in net, Tavernier on right back, Goldson and Davies as the two centre backs, with Borna Barisic at left back, Kamara and Lundstrom as the two midfielders, with Sakala on the right, Tillman as a number 10, Ryan Kent out on the left, with Alfredo Morelos up front. And then for Celtic, we have Joe Hart in net, Greg Taylor at left back, Starfelt and Carter Vickers as the two centre backs, with Johnston at right back. We've got McGregor, O'Reilly and Hatate in the midfield, with a front three of Maida, Kyogo and Forrest. So two very strong lineups. I've seen a few people commenting down below as well. Obviously that Jota's not starting for Celtic, which is a big call. Someone said he's not there. Yeah, Jota's on the bench there tonight. Also Aaron Moy and Juranovic as well. Juranovic, sorry, on the bench. And then it's interesting as well for Rangers. They're starting Morelos over Kolac. Kolac is back. He is fit. He is on the bench tonight. But Michael Beale still chose Morelos for tonight's fixture, which is quite interesting. Dan's doing some time. That's no Dan. There's no stream here. Another 4-0. Let's have a look at the score predictions, guys. So we got Kemar Roof 5 saying Mon Rangers 2-1, Kent and Tav, and Jota for Celtic. What else we got? Merchant says Rangers 1, Celtic 6. No Jota, no Abadi, you're dumb. James says 4-2 Celtic. Multi-gamer says 3-1 Celtic. And then Ethan says 3-1 Rangers. It's quite a mix so far. Adam Cavani says 2-all. I'm going to go for I said in the previous Rangers stream that I was going to go for a 1-1 draw, to be fair. So I'm going to stick with that. I'm going to go Kent to get one and Kyogo to get one as well. So yeah, I think it'll be a draw, to be fair. But for me, I think it's a must-win for Rangers. Obviously, if they want to get anywhere close to the title, and you know, if we lose today, then it's game over, I'm afraid. DCFC Matchday Vlog says 2-0 Celtic. Yanis Fisher says 13-0 Rangers. Martin Ross, Celtic win 3-1. Rangers 2-1 from Lewis MacArthur. Yeah, it's pretty mixed, to be fair. Pretty mixed. We're about 7 minutes, guys, away from kickoff here. And it's going to be a good game. A lot of Celtic fans in here as well. It's good to see a good mix. Rangers all the way. Where can we watch the game? It's on Sky Sports, guys, but if you just want to listen to the commentary, I'll be doing the commentary for the game as well. So I know a lot of people haven't got Sky. Tillman to steal the show today, hopefully an assist and a goal. Guy's got tons of talent. Yeah, Tillman's been brilliant for Rangers so far. As well, I think they should definitely get him on a permanent deal. It's a no-brainer in my opinion. I think it's like 5.5 million off of Bayern Munich. So it's a no-brainer in my opinion. Calmac will have Tillman in his back pocket. We'll see about that. See how it goes. But yeah, guys, drop a like on the stream as well, and subscribe if you're new around here. Liking the stream helps us out massively, gets the stream out to more people, and if you subscribe as well, we're getting closer and closer to 22,000 subscribers, so it'll be much appreciated. And Dan will be back soon, guys, as well. He'll be back on the 8th against Dundee, I believe, the next Rangers game. But he is watching the game tonight. He'll be down the boozer probably. John Alexander says Alfredo hat-trick. Dan, who do you think will win against Hearts and Hibs? I'll go Hearts 2-1. Is that true? A mandatory fee if 5.5 million? Yeah, I believe it is 5.5 million if they want to get him permanently. But there would be obviously a buyback clause for Bayern in there, I assume, so I doubt they'll just let him go for 5.5 with no option to buy back for a talented youngster like himself. So but yeah, expecting a big game. I want to see a game from Kent tonight as well, a big game from him. Hopefully he can show up today on a big occasion. But Celtic obviously in very good form this season, looking really good. Andrew's done a good job. And they're looking to get their second title in a row. But the players are in the tunnel now, guys. They are coming out in a second here. And there will be a minute silence as well before the game, I believe, as well, for the anniversary of the Ibrox disaster as well. So that will all be done before the game as well, guys. Just show some respect there. But yeah, guys, players are coming out now. It's sad to say, but Celtic will win by 4-0. That's not very optimistic. Rangers have to win here. They may lose the league, and this year is only a day old. Yeah, exactly. For Rangers, it is a must-win. Like if they want to get anywhere close to the league title. Sorry, at the end of the season, can't be losing this one. But we'll see what happens, guys. I think I'm going for a 1-1 draw. I think it'll be fairly even. I think Michael Bill's done a good job so far, but I do think it will take him a bit more time for him before he can really compete against the Celtic side, because they are a good side, to be fair. And it's not saying they've got better players. I'm just saying the way they're playing, they're just playing a lot better at the moment. But Michael Bill's done a good job so far, guys. So, and a lot of injuries for Rangers this season as well, especially in defence. So it's good to see all the players coming back slowly, but all back into the team. And it's good to see obviously Ben Davies and Goldson starting again. Just give it some time, and I think we'll be back to the top. But today's a good test for Rangers and for Michael Bill to see where they are at. Rangers win, no bother, 3-1 the Jazz. Because it says the live stream of the game. But you guys, drop a like on the stream as well. We're at 18 likes. If you can get to 30 before the game starts, it'll be massively appreciated. And the players are coming out now. Has anyone got any plans if either side win? Anyone going out on the piss tonight or no? I've got a few family members at the moment. They're down out in the pub watching the game now. Make a big occasion of it, really, when it's Old Firm Day. But yeah, guys, keep coming in with your score predictions if you're new around here as well. It's been pretty mixed so far, despite what the poll says. It's been pretty mixed in terms of who people think will win. A lot of Celtic, a lot of Rangers, and a lot of draws as well. But yeah. Obviously, Kemar Roof's on the bench as well again for Rangers. He's back from his injury. And obviously, you mentioned earlier, Kolak is back as well. So it's interesting to see that Morelos has got the nod over those two. But he's been decent so far under Bill. Not back to his best yet, but he's done well recently. So hoping for a big game from him as well. 3-2 Rangers, Ian McDonald says. Convincing Celtic win. It's good to see some regular faces in here as well. I reckon we'll see lots of cards today, probably, yeah. Obviously, VAR's here as well in this game. For the first time, I believe, in the league for the Old Firm. So that'll be interesting. See how the refs do with that. Yeah, some debut for Johnson as well, yeah. Interesting to see, obviously, there was not debate so much around this game, but last game about Barisic and maybe Tavernier, seeing where they fit into the side now, obviously with Devine playing well, another youngster, but he's not starting today, obviously. But he is on the bench as well for Rangers, as is King. They just had a brief moment of silence there, obviously, for the disaster is the anniversary. But the game will kick off now, guys. Yeah, there's a lot of debate about the VAR. People were not happy with it. I don't know. People reckon it'll be quite sided on either side. It is Rangers that gets us off underway here with Ryan Kent. They do have kickoff. It is snowing as well, by the looks of it, here at Ibrox. And here we go, guys. Kent here now, giving it back to Ben Davies with a long ball forward. Now trying to find Tavernier early on down that right-hand side. He managed to do so, but he does lose possession in the process, but then he wins it back now for Rangers. Now Tavernier to Ryan Kent. Ryan Kent with an early shot here and forces Joe Hart to make an early save with 20 seconds played on the clock. And now Celtic in possession here with the right back Johnston. He now gives it to Forrest. Forrest now with Johnson, collecting it on the overlap run. A ball into the box there, but it's cleared away there by Lundstrom, and Lundstrom is fouled in the process, and it will be a Rangers free kick here early on in his own penalty box. He's holding his ankle, but I think he's okay. I forget what snow looks like. It was 35 today. Lucky you, buddy. Lucky you. It's freezing. But Rangers with a free kick here now. McGregor will take it. He finds Tillman there. McGregor does from the free kick. And Tillman's brought down as well. And it'll be another free kick to Rangers. After Tillman was fouled there by Atate. Be Tavernier to take the free kick here. Good area to put a ball into the box and hopefully, maybe find Goldson's header on the end of it. He gets the ball into the box, finds Morelos. Morelos can't get the header, and it falls back to Ryan Kent now. Kent to Kamara down that left-hand side here for Rangers. Now back to Kent on the inside. Kent here gets past one man, but he's tackled there by Forrest. Now Forrest on the break here with Celtic, trying to find Maida, but his pass is misplaced, and it goes out of play here for a Rangers throw-in. Now Tillman in possession here for Rangers. Gives it back to Tavernier. Now across to Lundstrom. Now back to Tillman again. Tillman now to Davies. Davies then gives it to Borna Barisic. He then whips the ball into the area. Trying to find Morelos at the back post. Finds Sakala, but Sakala can't get a touch on it. It goes out of play there for a goal kick to Celtic and for Joe Hart. Obviously Barisic and Jovanovic both play for Croatia in the World Cup. Jovanovic is on the bench tonight for Celtic. Now Taylor on the ball here for Celtic. Gives it up to Forrest. But it goes out of play again there for another Rangers throw-in. Tavernier here now. Gives it back to his defender Goldson. Now across to Davies. Davies now giving it out to Borna Barisic on that left-hand side. Now to Kamara. And it goes out of play again for another Rangers throw-in. Barisic now. Throws it to Kamara here. Kamara now to Morelos. Morelos now back to Lundstrom. Lundstrom, they're trying to pass it to Kamara, but he is tackled in the process. And Celtic are back in possession here now with Maida. Maida's now 1-on-1 with the keeper. And it's 1-0 Celtic. And it's Maida makes it 1-0 to Celtic there. Early on, just under 5 minutes played. And there's poor defending there from Rangers. And they are punished here early on. Terrible from Morelos there. Morelos with a pass back to his defender, but is misplaced. Maida collected it, and he was straight through 1-on-1 against McGregor, and he slotted it away quite comfortably there. Just poor defending as well from Tavernier. He kind of got a touch on the ball there from Morelos' pass, but then just gave it straight into the path of Maida again, and he slotted it away there for 1-0 to Celtic. Not what you want to see if you're a Rangers fan. Not the fact they're conceding, it's how poor the actual goal was from them. The defending was just not on, really. It is Rangers in possession now, though, from their kickoff, with Tavernier getting a throwing here. Now to Kamara. Kamara now to Lundstrom. Lundstrom now across to Goldson. Goldson now trying to dip a pass over to Sakala. He's quite small, so he lost the header, and it's gone out of play now for a Celtic throw-in. Now Carter Vickers on the ball here for Celtic. Gives it to Johnston. Johnson now trying to find Forrest down that right-hand side. He finds O'Reilly instead. O'Reilly now tackled there by Lundstrom nicely there. Now gives it to Kamara. Kamara there just loses possession to McGregor. But Tillman gets it back here for Rangers. Tillman now on the ball here. Does go down in a potential free kick spot, but the referee says no, play on. And Rangers do get possession back now with Goldson, who then gives it back to McGregor. McGregor now booting it long, trying to find Morelos, but it falls to Carter Vickers instead here. Carter Vickers now to Starfelt. Starfelt now have a nice pass up to Hatate. Hatate now to Maida down the left-hand side. Maida across into the box. But it's overhit and it goes out of play for a Rangers throw in here on Borna Barisic's side. Now Johnson here for Celtic gets the ball back. Johnson here, he's in a bit of space down the right hand side. He chooses the pass into the centre of the park to McGregor. McGregor now to Maida down that left hand side. Maida another ball into the box. And McGregor just kind of attempt to push it away, but it goes out of play instead though for a Rangers goal kick. But not a dangerous ball into the area, to be fair. Just needed someone on the end of it to get a touch onto the ball. But luckily for Rangers this time, there was no one there. But poor defending from Rangers so far. But Morelos in possession here now. Gives it to Tillman, but Tillman can't control it here. And now Celtic are back in possession again here now with Johnston. The right back. Gives it back to Carter Vickers. Now back to Joe Hart. Joe Hart now to Starfelt. Starfelt put under a little bit of pressure there by the two Rangers attackers. But he manages to get it to Carter Vickers nonetheless. Now Carter Vickers to Hatate. Hatate attempts a ball across the area to Maida. He does find him in the end, but it was a bit of a sloppy pass. Now Maida to Kyogo. Kyogo now back to Maida. Now Greg Taylor. Taylor now to Callum McGregor. And Celtic ran out of play here. And it is a Rangers goal kick. But first 10 minutes, guys, Celtic have been the much more dominant side. Obviously that reflects in their goal that they've got already. Tarty now on the ball here for Celtic. Trying to find O'Reilly. He's found Forrest instead. Now Forrest to Johnson. Johnson with a ball into the area. Finds Maida, but it's in a bad area, and Tillman does clear it away here for Rangers. But then Celtic get it back again now with Carter Vickers here. Carter Vickers now to Hatate. Now out right hand side to Johnson. And Celtic win a throwing here now. Now Carter Vickers to Joe Hart. Now Maida with a nice turn past Tavernier. Tavernier manages to get a touch on it in the end and gives it back to Goldson. Goldson now trying to switch the play down that left-hand side to try and find Sakala. As I said before, he's quite small, and Johnson gets there first. And Celtic win a throw-in in the process as well. Terrible start. I don't think Bill should be manager at the end of the season. I don't know about Bill, but just give him some time. He's won every game so far. Tillman here now for Rangers. Had a good chance there to potentially break on a counter-attack, but he couldn't get his footwork correct. And the Celtic midfielder, O'Reilly, got there first and gave it back to his teammate. But, yeah, a bit poor there from Tillman. And Rangers here, when they are in possession, they're just booting it along here, trying to find Sakala on the breakout run, but it just keeps falling to their defenders. That time it fell to Johnston. And Rangers do win a throw-in, but it's just poor attacking-wise from Rangers. Just pelting balls at the top, trying to find Sakala. It's not really working out. Now Barisic here for Rangers. Gives it to Davies. Davies now to Goldson. Goldson back to his keeper, McGregor. McGregor now back to Connor. Goldson again. Goldson here put under pressure by Maida and kicks it, trying to find Tavernier, but it goes out of play instead for a Celtic throw-in. Now Hatate on the ball here. Gives it to Carter Vickers. Carter Vickers now bombing forward with the ball. He's got Sakala on his heels. And Sakala did well there to put pressure on him. Now Carter Vickers gave it back to Joe Hart. Joe Hart now to McGregor. McGregor now to Greg Taylor. Taylor now to Hatate. Hatate trying to do some link-up play there with O'Reilly. But Tavernier clears it away for a Celtic throw-in. Not a great start from Rangers, if I'm 100% honest. Not been too good. Greg Taylor here now to Hatate. Hatate with a nice touch there to get past Tillman. Gives it to McGregor. McGregor takes a shot. And I think Alan McGregor might have got a touch on that one. Maida's picked it up for a corner kick, but let's have a look at the replay. Yeah, he did. It should be a Celtic corner, and it is. They play it short this time, and they run it out of play for a Rangers goal kick. Celtic bench is full of game changes with Abada and Jota waiting on the call to do more damage. Very true, very true. Hatate now gives it to McGregor. Celtic just controlling the game so far as well. Seems like when Rangers are in possession, they're kind of flapping a little bit and either kicking it out of play for a Celtic throw-in with a poor pass, or when they're trying to attack, just booting it out the pitch and hoping someone gets in the end of it. It's not too clever at the moment. But Tavernier here with a throwing, trying to find Morelos. Morelos has gone down. He's accusing Carter Vickers of elbowing him in the face, but the referee says nope. And Celtic do have possession now with McGregor. Gives it to Taylor down that left-hand side. Now to Hatate. Hatate trying to switch play. He finds Forrest down that right-hand side, but Forrest's touch is poor, and Rangers win throw in there. Now Barisic to Davies. Back to Goldson now. Yeah, just to put it into perspective, in the first 15 minutes, it's been 70% possession Celtic, 30% Rangers. Barisic now to Kent. Kent just loses possession though. And now Forrest here for Celtic on the break. Attempts a nice through ball there to Kyogo, but it's overhit and it falls to McGregor instead here for Rangers. Lundstrom now to Tillman. Tillman here with a nice pass to Kent. Kent gives it to Morelos. Morelos now lays it off to Barisic down that left-hand side. Barisic chips it into Sakala for a header. He jumps for it but misses the ball. And now Sakala gives away a free kick here to Celtic. After it seemed like he fouled the Celtic player in the process of trying to win that header in their own box. It's a nice ball by Barisic, to be fair. But Sakala elbowed Greg Taylor in the process. And it is a Celtic free kick. This is a must-win, guys, for Rangers, yeah, 100%. Taylor now just sitting on the park here quickly, getting some treatment. Not too sure what for. He's not holding his face or anything. Very lucky if we get a draw. Not good enough if you can't get results at home in the Old Firm. Yeah, very true. Very poor start. To concede within 5 minutes is not good. But fair play to Celtic, though. They've been really good on the ball. The game resumes now, with Connor Goldson winning a header from the Joe Hart free kick. Now Joe Hart to Johnston. Back to Starfelt. Starfelt now to Johnson again. Johnson attempting a pass, trying to find Forrest. He does find him in the end. Now O'Reilly here for Celtic. Gives it to McGregor. Now back to O'Reilly, who then passes it back to his keeper, Hart. And Celtic's attacking play is called to an end after the Kyogo was offside. And it'll be a Rangers free kick now. Greg Taylor's gone down again here now, though, guys. And Morelos is not happy about it. Accusing him of wasting time. Greg Taylor and Morelos are going at it now. Bit of a verbal exchange. Alfredo's not happy that Greg Taylor's just sitting on his arse on the pitch there. And I think Greg Taylor might have to come off here, because he has gone down again, and it looks like Juranovic is about to come on here after his World Cup display with Croatia. Yeah, Taylor's coming off, guys. To be fair to me, he wasn't wasting time. He must have hurt himself at some point. I'm not too sure when. Because Sakala did hit him in the face earlier when he jumped for a header, but he's something with his leg, I think, that he's holding. Maybe his hamstring or something, I'm not too sure. But Greg Taylor is coming off the park, guys. It'll be Celtic's first change of the game, and it is a forced substitute. And Juranovic is coming on, guys. Obviously, he is a right back. So, I don't know, will they change Johnson's position to a left back and then put Juranovic at right back? I don't know. I don't know what normally happens with Celtic. But it is Rangers in possession now, though. Trying to find Sakala again down that right-hand side, but it's just fell to Joe Hart instead here. And he's just going to roll it out to McGregor. Now McGregor to Carter Vickers. Carter Vickers now to Hatate. Now Hatate trying to find Johnson there, but Morelos wins it there for Rangers. Now Morelos switches it to Barisic down that left-hand side, and Barisic does win a throw-in here for Rangers. He now lays it off to Lundstrom. Lundstrom now to Kamara. Kamara now to Barisic. And Barisic wins another throwing here. Now to Lundstrom again. Tillman here for Rangers. Trying to use his quick footwork to get past Kyogo, but he can't get past him this time. And now Hatate gets it for Celtic. And he also wins a free kick as well, guys, after 3 Rangers players try to tackle the ball off of him. Johnson here now to Carter Vickers. Carter Vickers now switching it down that left-hand side to Maida. He's been brilliant so far this game for Celtic. Now he's got past Tavernier, got a ball into the area, but Goldson's cleared it away now. And it will be a corner kick, I believe, for Celtic, unless it bounces off a Celtic player at the end. But Maida's been really lively so far down that left-hand side. And it is a goal kick to Rangers, but fair play to him. Done well to get past Tavernier. Jovanovic can play left back, no problem. Done it for Croatia too, in front of a back. Karvik is here now to Johnson. Celtic are too good at football. Celtic are too good of a football team for them. Not even playing our best 11 at all. Wait until subs come on in a later game. Can't wait. Karvik is here now to Starfelt. I heard Jovanovic is leaving, guys. He's been linked to Chelsea, I think. They need a backup to Reece James. That's what I heard. Yeah, Maida's been brilliant so far. Tavernier's it's been woeful, to be honest with you, down that defending against Maida. He's got his hands full. Can't deal with him this game so far. Might be time for Divine to come on, maybe. Take Tav's spot. But Hart here now for Celtic. Gives it to Jovanovic. Now to Hatate. He's got Maida in space there. Gives it to Maida, but now back to Hatate again. Starfelt here now. Trying to find Forrest, but Ben Davies gets there first, and he was offside as well, so it will be a Rangers free kick. Maida now on the ball for Celtic, gives it back to Jovanovic now to Callum McGregor. Finds O'Reilly. O'Reilly now to Forrest. Forrest now back to Johnson. Lundstrom wins the ball back here for Rangers, but he does foul O'Reilly in the process, and it will be a Celtic free kick here on the halfway line. This is poor from Rangers so far, can't lie. Looking kind of clueless. Johnson here now for Celtic. Gives it to Carter Vickers. Now across to Starfelt. Starfelt now to Jovanovic down that left-hand side. Sakala did well there to get the ball back though for Rangers. Now lays it off to Kamara. It's a poor pass. And Celtic do get possession back again now with O'Reilly. O'Reilly now to Forrest. Down the right-hand side. Forrest tries to lay off a pass. But Lundstrom gets there first for Rangers. And now Rangers win a free kick after a foul on Lundstrom by Kyogo, sorry. And Kamara will take it. Kamara here now to Davies. Davies to Lundstrom. Now to Goldson. Tavernier. Back to Goldson again. Now a long pass forward here for Sakala to chase. Starfelt gets there first and heads it back to his keeper. Hart now rolls it out to Jovanovic. Now up to Maida. Now back to the Croatian. Now back to Joe Hart again. Celtic just maintaining possession at the moment. But Joe Hart with a mistake here. He's on the ball and he just kicked it against Morelos, and it's a poor mistake there, but Morelos can't capitalise on it. It lays it off to Kent. Kent with a shot, hits the post, and Sakala the follow-up. It's defended there by Starfelt in the end, but that was a poor mistake there from Joe Hart. He had the ball at his feet, tried to pass it out, and it bounced off Morelos' body. Morelos then had the ball out on the left-hand side, laid it off to Kamara, then Kamara laid it off to Kent. Kent took a shot, hit the post, and Sakala had the follow-up, but Starfelt blocked it. And that was poor there from Celtic, but Rangers couldn't capitalise on it. And Rangers have won a free kick as well, after Lundstrom was fouled down that left-hand side by Johnson. So yeah, poor tackle. And there's a bit of a scuffle here between McGregor and Barisic. Celtic captain not too happy. The first confrontation on the pitch so far. McGregor's not happy, like. He's speaking to Lundstrom now. Johnson's a strange looking bloke, isn't he? To be fair to Hart, that's a lot of body to get the ball. I think the issue between McGregor and Barisic at that time was the free kick was not actually given in the end, and it was just a throwing to Rangers instead. But Rangers do get a throw in here now with Tavernier. Gives it to Kamara. Kamara now will pass up to Tillman. Now Tavernier wins it back here. And gives it back to Goldson. Now Goldson with a long ball over the top, trying to find Morelos. Finds Kent instead. Kent with a chance here for Rangers. Down the left-hand side. Tries to cut it inside and give the ball into Sakala's feet into the box. But Johnson made a nice tackle there. And Rangers do get a corner kick as we approach the half an hour mark. Sandra says I still say 3-1 to Rangers. Potentially, but not if they perform like this the whole game. It won't be 3-1. Tavernier now with the ball into the area from the corner kick. It falls back out to Kent after it was headed away by the Celtic defence. Now Kent here for Rangers. Whips it into the area. And it's cleared away there again. This time by Carter Vickers. And that comes back to Lundstrom. Lundstrom now back out to Ryan Kent down that left-hand side here. Now Kent up to Kamara. Kamara now to Sakala down that right-hand side. Sakala in a good area. Tries to get a ball into the box there, trying to find Tavernier, who's right into the... Well, Tavernier's in the box at the moment here. Playing almost as a number 9 at the moment. And almost gets a touch on the ball there, but Joe Hart gets there first. And I'm sure he'll retreat back to his position now. Rangers fans, would you want to see maybe Colac come on at half-time? There was no reason for him to be dropped. Obviously, he was injured for a little bit, but I would have put him back and I would have started him again, really, to be honest. McGregor now here for Celtic. Gives it back to Starfelt. Now he passes up to Maida down that left-hand side. And now Maida's fouled there by Sakala. And it will be another Celtic free kick. And Rangers do win a throw in here. Barisic now to Davies. Davies across to Kamara. Kamara with a nice touch there to get past Kyogo. And gives it to Barisic. Barisic wins another throw in here, for Rangers. To be fair to Johnson, the right back, he's had his work cut out for him so far. Not so much by Kent, but by Barisic, who's bombing up the field down that left-hand side. He's caused a bit of problems for him so far, but he's dealt with them quite well. the right back for Celtic. Obviously, Barisic was the game changer for Rangers in the last game, getting 2 assists. And he's here now again down the left-hand side with another ball into the area. This time it's overhit and it goes out of play for a Celtic goal kick. McGregor couldn't brush Brown's Barnet. Juranovic now here for Celtic, trying to pass it down to Hatate, but it was intercepted by Tillman, and now Tillman gives it to Kent. Kent now to Sakala. Sakala in a good area down the right hand side, gives it to Tillman. Tillman tries to get the ball into the area, but it was a poor pass, and Celtic do clear it away, but only as far as to Connor Goldson, who now passes it back to Davies. Now back to Goldson again. Goldson with a long ball forward, trying to find Tavernier, but he's just smashed the ball at Tavernier. But I think Maida got a touch, and it will be a Rangers throw-in. Now Lundstrom on the ball. Back to Tav. Tavernier now to Goldson. And now Tillman loses possession though. Now Hatate on the ball for Celtic with a nice ball forward here for Maida to chase. Tavernier and Maida now in a foot race. And Maida's got the better of him, but it did go out of play in the process. And it will be a Rangers throw-in. Now Davies on the ball here. Pings a nice pass across to Tavernier down that right-hand side. Now Tavernier trying to get Sakala, who was making a nice run there. But it was a good tackle there by Juranovic. Now Sakala does get the ball now from the throw-in from Tav. And wins a corner at the same time. 35 minutes play, guys, and Rangers do get another corner. Good chance for a goal. Can get Goldson's head on it maybe, or Davies. But yeah, guys, drop a like on the stream as well. It helps us out massively. We've got 52 so far. If we can get to like 75 before half time, that'd be much appreciated. Ball comes in. Hart punches it away. And it goes out for another corner, I think. Let's have a look what the referee said. Potentially, I think it's a goal kick. Yeah, it come off Tillman's head before Joe Hart punched it away. Starfelt here now for Celtic. Gives it to Johnson. Johnson's chasing the ball down that right-hand side. Now gives it to Forrest. Forrest gets past Kamara. Now Forrest here gives it back to Johnson on the overlap and run. But he just overhits his pass and it goes out for another Rangers throw-in. Barisic now to Lundstrom. Lundstrom gives it back to Davies. Now to Kamara again. But Hatate wins it back now for Celtic. Now gives it out to Maida down that left-hand side. Back to Hatate. Now to Carter Vickers. Now to Starfelt. To Captain McGregor. Now to Johnson down that right-hand side here for Celtic. He's in a lot of space. Gives it to Forrest. Forrest to Hatate. To O'Reilly. Back to Johnson again. Johnson with a nice pass into the area here. For Forrest. Takes a shot. And McGregor collects it. But another poor defensive display there from Rangers. And that attacking movement by Celtic. Davies now for Rangers. Something does need to change at half time though. Bill needs to have a little chat with the boys because they're not playing well at all. They've had a few chances here and there, but most of them have come from Joe Hart's mistakes. But it is O'Reilly now for Celtic down that right hand side. Gives it to Johnson. Johnson with a nice pass to the box for Kyogo. Falls to Maida instead. Now Atate takes a shot, but it's blocked, and Rangers will clear it away now. That was a really good chance and a nice ball in the bit area by Johnson, the right back. Now Maida again for Celtic down that left hand side with Tavernier with a nice firm tackle and wins the ball back for Rangers. Trying to find Sakala again with another poor pass. And Celtic are back in possession yet again because Rangers just can't hold on to the ball. Now Starfelt here for Celtic. Gives it to Atate, now back to the defender again. And he attempts a pass across to Maida, but it goes out of play for a Rangers throw-in again. And now Connor Goldson here. Gives it back to his keeper. McGregor just boots it long for no apparent reason. But luckily Tavernier wins that header. Back to Goldson now. Goldson again just pinging a ball up to the top, out the park for no reason. And it falls to the Celtic midfielder, who then gives it to Forrest down that right hand side. But it's a nice tackle there by Barisic, and Celtic do win another throwing in Rangers' half. What is the score? It's still 1-0. I'm not too sure if that was just you just asking that as a rhetorical question, but it's a deserved lead as well, to be fair. Could be more than one. But O'Reilly have a good chance here. Puts a ball into the area, but Tavernier clears it away. But only as far as to McGregor. McGregor now back to Starfelt. Now across to Juranovic down that left-hand side. Now to Maida. And Maida's got Tavernier on his back, but he gives it back to his left back instead. Now Starfelt here. Gives it to Juranovic, but his touch is poor and Rangers do win a throw-in. Now Goldson in possession. Pings another long ball at the park. And the same result happens again. It just falls to another Celtic player. But Kamara wins it back now for Rangers. And loses it again. And now Johnson again on the ball here for Celtic on that right hand side. Gives it to O'Reilly. O'Reilly now back to his defender Starfelt. Now he gets past Tillman. O'Reilly gives it out to Forrest. Forrest here now across to Atate in the centre of the park. Gives it to Maida. Maida with a ball into the area. And it's not a bad ball actually. It looked more like a shot in the end. And just goes over the bar. And it will be a Rangers goal kick. But Celtic putting the pressure on. And now Tillman on the ball here for Rangers. Gives it to Sakala. Sakala, a nice little run down that right hand side. Gives it back to Tillman. Tillman have a nice ball into the area. Just past Morelos though. And Johnson clears it out for a corner kick to Rangers. I think Morelos would have been offside anyway. But nonetheless, Rangers do get the corner kick. Nice ball into the air. Morelos had just goes over the bar. Good chance there for Morelos from the corner kick. Just couldn't control it and get it down. Now Johnson on the ball here for Celtic. Gives it across to O'Reilly. O'Reilly now. Gives it to Forrest. Forrest now to Hatate. Nice tackle there by Tillman to win it back for Rangers, but then Hatate gets it back again. Now, shot from O'Reilly. Goes over the bar. It will be a goal kick now for McGregor. Morelos is so pish. Do you reckon we get Kolach on then in the second half, the half time? Or Kemar Roof maybe? I don't know. But there's about 3 minutes left to play of the first half, plus stoppage time as well. And it is Juranovic on the ball here now. Tries to find Kyogo, but Tillman gets there instead. Now Tillman tries to pass it to Kent, but O'Reilly wins it instead though. And he clears it away for Celtic. That falls to Kamara. Now Kamara with a pass down that left-hand side to Borna Barisic. Barisic now 1-on-1 against Johnson. Gives it to Kamara in the centre of the park. Now across to Lundstrom. Lundstrom here to Tavernier. Tavernier now to Ryan Kent down that right-hand side. Ryan Kent drives the ball into the inside of the park and tries to pass it to Morelos, but he can't get his pass underway. Morelos wins it back, takes a shot, just goes wide, and it'll be a goal kick now to Celtic. Not a bad shot there from Morelos, just couldn't quite bend it on target. Now Juranovic here. Passes it to Maida, but it goes out of play and it'll be a Rangers throw-in. Now Tavernier gives it to Lundstrom. Lundstrom now across to Goldson. Goldson now to Kamara. Kamara now back to Lundstrom again. Lundstrom to Kamara. Kamara to Tillman. Tillman here now for Rangers. Attempts a free ball there for Sakala, but just blocked straight away there by McGregor. And Kamara wins it back now for Rangers. Gives it to Morelos. Morelos now to Barisic down that left-hand side. Barisic crosses it into the box. Almost finds Morelos, but Starfelt heads it away instead. And it falls to Tavernier now down that right-hand side. He gets another ball into the area. Falls to Sakala, heads it. Just doesn't go anywhere though. McGregor clears it away for Celtic. Now it falls to Barisic, who gives it to Kent down that left-hand side for Rangers. Now up to Kamara. Back to Barisic. Barisic crosses it into the box again. Falls to Tillman, but Tillman can't get a nice shot underway. And he lets it roll past him. And then Celtic clear it away again. Which falls to Goldson. And Goldson gives it back to McGregor. Morelos here now for Rangers. Done well to get past Hatate. McGregor gives it out to Tavernier down that right hand side. Tavernier with a heavy cross. Almost falls to Sakala on the back post. But I believe it's just overhit and it goes out of play for a goal kick maybe to Celtic. The referee's given it a corner instead. It looks like Hatate might have got a touch on it before Sakala did. And Tavernier will take the corner now for Rangers. Whips it into the area. Falls to Morelos at the back post. Heads it, just goes wide. And it's a Celtic goal kick. A good chance there for the Colombian. Just can't head it on target again. Really good chance there for Morelos. If I was Bill, I'd look at maybe taking him off and bringing on Kolach maybe at half time. The last 5 minutes or so has been majority Rangers in terms of attacking wise. Like they've done a little bit better. but it's still not great. But Barisic now here for Rangers. Gives it to Kamara. And that's the half-time whistle there. As Rangers were kind of finding some momentum, it is the half-time whistle. So the players will be back in 15 minutes for the second half. And so will I, guys. I'll go for a little break, make a tea or something, and then I'll be back in 15 minutes for the second half, where hopefully Rangers can maybe do something better than they did in the second. And obviously Celtic still have Jota at their disposal on the bench as well, so it's a bit worrying. But yeah, guys, I'll be back in 15 minutes. And hello guys, welcome back for the second half. The players are coming out now for the next 45 minutes. If you're a Rangers fan, you'll be hoping that Michael Beale gave him a strong talking to, because it was not a good performance in the first half, or for at least the first maybe 40 minutes or so. The last 5 minutes you can probably make a vouch for them, saying they were somewhat decent, but the first 40 minutes were not great. But yeah, guys, what's your score predictions for the second half? My original score prediction was 1-1. I'll probably stick with that, to be honest. I'm still going to back Rangers to get a goal. It looks like Morelos is still on the park, though, guys. He's not been subbed off or anything. He's still there. So he'll probably try and have a better second half, obviously. But yeah, guys, Celtic do get us off underway for the second half here. As far as I know, there's not any substitutions to make you guys aware of. I think it's the same side that obviously started the game, bar Greg Taylor, who had to come off earlier on in the game. But yeah, guys, McGregor in possession here now for Celtic. Gives it to Johnson down that right-hand side here. And now Celtic do lose possession now, though. And Alan McGregor will collect it for Rangers. He boots it long, trying to find Morelos from his kick there, but it falls to Lundstrom instead. Now Lundstrom to Ryan Kent down that left-hand side for Rangers. He's then tackled there by Johnson, and Celtic do win a throwing early on here in the second half. And now Johnson here for Celtic gives it to Hatate. Now loses possession though to Kamara, and Kamara wins it back for Rangers. Kamara now on the ball here, down the left-hand side. He is tackled there, and the referee does blow his whistle and give a foul against Celtic after Johnson hacked down Glenn Kamara there, and he plays it quickly there to Ben Davies. Now Davies to Lundstrom. Lundstrom now back to Davies, and Davies will ping it long again, trying to find Ryan Kent. It wasn't a great pass, but Celtic do win the ball back and then boot it along themselves. It falls to Lundstrom now for Rangers. Now Sakala now for Rangers down that right hand side, drives the ball, gives it to Kent. Kent takes a shot, it's 1-1. Ryan Kent makes it 1-1. And that's a great comeback for Rangers. A good start to the second half there. Sakala with the assist, and a lovely finish there by Ryan Kent. What a strike that is. What a goal. McGregor with a great pass to Sakala. Sakala with great control on the ball there. Cuts into the inside of the field here. Gives it to Kent on that left-hand side. Kent cuts inside on his right foot. Takes a shot just inside the box and curls it into the top right corner. And Joe Hart hasn't got a chance at getting there. And what a lovely finish there by Ryan Kent. And it's good to see him get a goal. It's been a while. But 1-1, game on, guys, game on. Celtic with a throw in here now with Johnson. He loses the ball there. Morelos will collect it. And Morelos is fouled down there by Carter Vickers. And Carter Vickers is squaring up to him as he's hacked him down. But the referee gave a foul to Rangers as well. And now Sakala now running forward with the ball. Loses it though, but Lundstrom does win it back for Rangers and gives it back to Alan McGregor. McGregor now booting it long again here for Ryan Kent to chase. But this time Johnson gets the better of him and will be able to give it back to his keeper, which he does do so. And Joe Hart clears it away from the danger. And that falls to Hatate in the midfield now. Hatate up to Johnson again down that right hand side. He then dips a long pass forward, trying to find Kyogo. But Barisic has read it and gives it to Davies. Now Davies to McGregor. McGregor booting it along again here, hoping for the same. That it falls to Sakala, which it has done. Sakala now to Lundstrom. Lundstrom to Kamara. Kamara on that left side here for Rangers. Gives it across to Ryan Kent. Now to Tavernier. Tavernier down that right hand side here. Gives it to Sakala. Sakala takes a shot. Just goes over the bar there. And it will be a Celtic goal kick. But a lot better from Rangers so far in the second half. Still early days though. Just approaching the 50th minute mark. But a positive start from Rangers. Now Juranovic to Starfelt. Now to Juranovic again. Down that left-hand side here for Celtic. And a great tackle there by Sakala. And it is a Celtic throw-in now. Sakala's been pretty lively. Like a second burst of energy. A lot of the Rangers fans have gone a bit quiet. Celtic fans have gone a bit quiet since the goal's gone in. But I'm sure we'll see them back soon. Now Forrest here to O'Reilly. And Lundstrom with a tackle, and it will be a Celtic throw-in. Bill just having a word with Ryan Jack, who just got off the bench there. I think he's going to warm up, so could be an early sign of a change there for Rangers. Now Morelos here gives it to Tillman. Tillman here now to Sakala down that right hand side. In a lot of space, fashion. Gets past Jovanovic quite comfortably there, and he might have won a penalty here for Rangers, and it is a penalty. It's a penalty to Rangers after Starfelt tackled Fashion Sakala there. Quite rough, actually, in the penalty area. And for me, I thought it was a penalty at first glance as well. We'll have a little look at the replay there. And, I don't know. It's a close one. VAR will check it. He kind of tackled him on his right leg, but Sakala kind of stood in his stud and he kind of dragged his leg out wide and made him do the splits. But I think it is a penalty. It was a dangerous tackle, to be fair, but we'll have a little look what the referee says. I don't know. I don't know if it's a red card, to be fair, but it looked quite rough at first. But I don't know if it's. I think it's the way he went into the tackle was quite aggressive. But nonetheless, the penalty will stand, I think, and Tavernier is the man to take it. I wouldn't say it was a slip. He kind of got his leg dragged out, to be fair, but I don't know. It's a bit of a weird one. He kind of stood on his leg as well and dragged it, but not sure if it was intentional, to be fair. But the penalty does stand. Tavernier runs up, takes it, and top left corner. It is 2-1, and what a turnaround within 7 minutes of the second half. Rangers are banged 2 goals in, and it's now Rangers who have the lead. Tavernier makes it 2-1 to the Gers. And fair play. Bill must have said something to them at half time because they've been brilliant in the second half. But I'm sure that will cause a bit of a controversy amongst Celtic fans. Obviously, the first game with VAR and a penalty goes Rangers' way. I'm sure a lot of the Celtic fans will have something to say. They always do. So we'll see what they have to say about that. To be fair, I'm not too sure if it is a penalty. It was a bit questionable. I think it's the way he went into the tackle, but it looked like he was trying to tuck his leg afterwards. Don't know. Rangers in possession again here now with Sakala. And Morelos is fouled there again, and it will be a Rangers free kick in their own half. And Ibrox is absolutely bouncing right now. Tavernier now from the free kick, boots it long, trying to find Sakala. It's not a bad pass, but Jovanovic gets the better of him. But I think he does knock it out of play for a Rangers throw-in the process. He does. And, Rangers looking like a whole different team in the second half. Tav now to Morelos. Morelos there manages to keep it in somehow. Gives it to Lundstrom. Lundstrom now to Morelos again. Morelos here to Lundstrom. Lundstrom takes a shot from distance. It is blocked there by Starfelt. And it falls to Davies now for the Jers. Gives it to Borna Barisic. Now Barisic to Kent. And Kent gives it back to Davies. Davies now to Goldson. Goldson with a nice long ball forward there to find Sakala. He does do so. Now Sakala chops it to Tillman. Tillman now for Rangers. Tries to get past Hatate and Maida, which he does. And nice footwork there by Tillman, but now he's blocked off there by Maida. And Celtic do win a free kick. Carter Vickers gives it to Starfelt. Celtic to win 3-2. Robert says, take off the Hun glasses, never a pen, but a vase orange. I was trying to be unbiased. I was just saying, I don't think it was 100% a penalty, but I'm not an official, so I can't really make that call. But there's obviously enough in there for the referee and the VAR to say it was a penalty. It was a bit of a weird one because it looked quite bad, to be fair, because the way his leg was dragged out. But at the same time, it almost looked like Starfelt was trying to tuck his leg at the same time after he put the tackle in and not try and drag his foot away, which he did do, so I'm not too sure. But O'Reilly here now for Celtic. Gives it to McGregor. Now to Hatate. Hatate here has done well to get past Tillman there. Hatate now for Celtic down the right hand side. Nice ball into the area. Maida probably should have got a touch on that, but it goes out of play for a Rangers throw-in instead. And he did so well there, Hatate, to get past Tillman first of all and get a nice ball into the area. And Maida's probably wishing he got a touch on that and poked it into the back of the net. Was never a penalty, but as every game penalty to Rangers, it's in the pre-match programme. I read something yesterday that Rangers haven't had a penalty against Celtic in the league in like 12 years. I'm a Celtic fan. I knew our team was not as good as all that. New goalkeeper need Joe Hart, always being a liability. New left back need ASAP, and definitely need new centre back forward. Kyogo is terrible. Everyone's slagging Joe Hart as Lundstrom here now for Rangers. Gives it to Tillman. Tillman trying to find Sakala, making a run down that right hand side, but Juranovic gets there first and gives it to Starfelt instead. Now to Starfelt trying to find a Tate, gives it to Tillman instead. Tillman in a good space here down that right hand side for Rangers, and he wins himself a corner there for the Jers. He's done so well there to get a corner out of that. Yeah, I've seen that you got Sigrist on the bench as well. Could be a better choice than Joe Hart maybe. Anyway, it's a Rangers corner here anyway. Barisic to take it. The ball comes in. Not a bad effort, but it just goes out for a Celtic goal kick. Celtic do make a substitution though on the 60th minute here. Moy is coming on for O'Reilly, I believe. And Forrest is coming off. Double substitution here for Celtic. Abada and Moy coming on for Riley and Forrest for Celtic. And here's Rangers in possession now though with Tavernier, who gives it out to Sakala down that right hand side here. Sakala now bombing forward with the ball, but Hatate did well to win the ball back there. Hatate now to Starfelt. That's an upgrade. Forrest is gash. Yeah, he's been a bit. Forrest has been really quiet today. Johnson down the ball here for Celtic. Gives it back to Carter Vickers. Carter Vickers now to Starfelt. Back to Cameron again. And now Abada down that right hand side. Does lose the battle against Davies. And it is a Celtic throw-in. Now Moy here for Celtic with a poor touch. The ball does come into the area and it falls to Sakala. Sakala's done well to get past Juranovic again, and now in a foot race against Moy. And Celtic do win a throw-in now. Now Carter Vickers in possession for Celtic. Carter Vickers now to Johnson. Johnson now to Abada. Abada with a shot. Tavernier heads it away, and it is a corner kick now to Celtic. Abada did well there, to be fair, and Moy will take the corner kick for Celtic. Ball comes in. Just goes over the bar there. But it is another corner kick to Celtic. Now Moy to take another corner. Ball comes in. And it's a bit sloppy in the box here, but Goldson does manage to clear it away for Rangers. They are checking for a possible penalty, I think, there. Or someone, I think a Celtic player is complaining because Goldson might have had a high boot or hit his hand as well. Yeah, it might have hit his hand from Starfelt's shot in the area. So they're checking a possible penalty, I believe, which could go Celtic's favour. Referee's checking it now. I think it might be a penalty, guys. Because it did look like Connor Goldson was kind of shielding his face from the ball with his hands. Have a look. Nah, the referee says nope. Starfelt now for Celtic. Gives it to Carter Vickers. No penalty, yeah, no penalty. Where is Dan? Is he on holiday again? No, he's not in the UK, but he's not on holiday. But his Wi-Fi has not been great recently. But I think he's moving on the 5th. So he's going somewhere with a better Wi-Fi connection where he can be more consistent with the videos and do streams for you guys. So if all goes well, he should be back for the Dundee game. I think it's on the 8th, isn't it? Rangers versus Dundee, I believe. So he should be back there for you guys. Just replaying that possible penalty decision there. I'm not even sure if it even touched his hand. It looked like he was trying to shield his face with his hands, but it didn't touch his hands, I don't think. Kamara here now for Rangers. Gives it to Morelos. And now Morelos down that left-hand side here. Gives it to Barisic. Back to Kamara again. Kamara now to Lundstrom. Lundstrom here. Back to Barisic. Barisic whips the ball into the area. He's got Morelos in the end there. But it falls to Tavernier instead. Tavernier now with the ball down that right-hand side here. Gives it to Tillman. And then Tillman just bounces off the Celtic defender. And it goes out of play for a Rangers throw-in. Got about 25 minutes left to play, guys. And it is still Rangers 2-1. And this is definitely a must-win game. So hopefully, if you're a Rangers fan, you'll be hoping that you can hold out for this and make the gap a little bit smaller between the two sides. But it's Tavernier now on the ball here. Gives it to Morelos. Morelos now to Tillman. Tillman to Kamara. Kamara now to Lundstrom. Lundstrom here back to Kamara. Kamara to Kent. Kent here. A nice bit of footwork trying to get past two players. He got past McGregor, but he couldn't get past Moy. And Moy did win back the ball here for Celtic. And he's got attempting a nice long ball forward there for Abada. But Lundstrom just sticks his foot in and gets the ball for Rangers. And Kamara now, a nice long ball forward for Tillman, but it falls to Joe Hart instead. And the difference between Rangers in the first half and this second half so far is night and day. They've been really, really good on the ball. And they look really confident. So I'm not too sure what Bill said to them, but it's worked. And now Moy again here for Celtic. Gives it to McGregor. And McGregor wins a throwing here for Celtic now. Never seen a player dive as much as Lundstrom. Did you guys see that thing just before New Year's with Neymar? He got like 2 yellow cards within like 3 minutes. And the second was for diving clearly in the box. It was quite a good decision by the ref, to be fair. Moy now for Celtic. Puts a ball into the area, finds Tate. Tate takes a shot, but it's blocked. Now lays it off to McGregor. McGregor takes a shot, but it's blocked again. And it will go out of play here, I think, for another Celtic corner. Excuse me. We get better as the game goes on since Bill came back. Yeah, I agree. The Rangers games I've watched under Bill have been maybe slow starts, but definitely ease your way into the game. I think the referee's checking for another possible penalty here against Rangers. This one looks less clear than potentially that Goldson one, which is still up for debate, I suppose, if it was a handball or not. Someone said that Ali McCoy said it was on the commentary. The ball comes in from the corner. It's cleared away there by Rangers, though. And Rangers could break on the counter-attack here now with Sakala, who's got Morelos and Kennett in support. Down that right-hand side now for Sakala. He's bombing forward the ball. But Juranovic did well there to put the pressure on him. And now Moy here for Celtic is brought down by Tavernier. Just kind of dragged to the floor. And Lundstrom's on the floor again here now. I'm not too sure why. I think he's wounded himself. I think he might have to come off the park. But that's just as Jack is ready to come on, though. So I think Lundstrom might be coming off here for Ryan Jack. No, it's not. It's Tillman, I believe, coming off for Ryan Jack. Not too sure what's happened there. He got kind of hit in his stomach, and I did see before he's got a bandage on his stomach, so he must have hurt himself at some point. Someone's just knocked it again. But it is Ryan Jack, on for John Lundstrom. I've seen Tillman come off at some point now. I'm not too sure what that was about. Not sure. No, Tillman's back on the park now. He was walking off for a second, but then he switched it over to Lundstrom. I don't know, but it is a switch from Lundstrom to Jack now for Rangers. Yeah, I thought so. It looked like he was a bit sore, to be fair. But he's alright. It looks like Lundstrom's been bearing an injury all this entire time. Yeah. But it is Celtic in possession now with Abada down that right hand side. And Ryan Jack makes his first tackle whilst being on the park, and it was a good tackle as well. And Celtic do win a throw-in. Now Carter is here for Celtic. Starfelt to Atate. And Atate there tackled by Tillman. It's quite an aggressive tackle, to be fair. And it will be a free kick to Celtic. Yeah, it's a clear free kick. It's a good chance for Celtic, maybe, if Moy can get a good ball into the area. He's got Carter Vickers up there. Ball comes in. And I think Ben Davies just clear it away, but it comes off Carter Vickers' head in the end. And it goes out of play now for a Rangers goal kick. Now McGregor boots it long. Trying to find Sakala. And Sakala's shoved in the back as he's trying to win a header, and it'll be a Rangers free kick further up the park. Not bad from a goal kick. I do find it funny though that Sakala's probably one of the smallest players on the pitch, and every time it's a goal kick or free kick, it always ends up near him, and he's he's there having to jump like 4 or 5 foot in the air trying to win a header. But he's been good today, Sakala, to be fair to him. He's been really, really good. Well, the second half especially. And when I watched Rangers under Gio, I always thought Sakala was one of the few players that looked like he was actually wanting to play. But it is Kent here now. Gives it to Kamara. Now back to Kent. Kent here driving into the middle of the park. Probably trying to unleash a shot there, but he was a bit slow with it. And Celtic do win back possession though. And they do win back a free kick as well. After Kamara touched the ball with his hand. But yeah, guys, drop a like on the stream as well. We're nearly at 100 likes, so if we can get to 100 before the end of the game, that'd be much appreciated. But it is Celtic in possession now here with Johnson. The ball comes into the area, falls at Maida at the back post, but it goes out of play for a goal kick to Rangers. And Tavernier's holding his head after Maida collided with him in the middle of the air. They kind of headbutted. It looks quite painful, to be fair. And his nose is bleeding now, Tavs. Tavernier's got a nosebleed. Hopefully he's okay. Ooh. He is getting treatment, Tavernier. His nose is just leaking blood at the moment. And it looks like Jota is coming on the park as well, guys, for Celtic. Yeah, guys, just a couple of substitutions being made here for Celtic whilst Tavernier is getting treatment on the park. Hatate is coming off here for Giacomakis, and then Jota's coming on as well. So I think that's all of Celtic's subs now. Yeah, Maida's come off for Jota, and then Hatate's come off for Giacomakis as well. Despite obviously Celtic losing currently, credit where credit's due to Maida. He's been he has been their best player in my opinion. Been really good. Probably be a few minutes added on to injury time now at the end of the game. I think Tav's being told to get off the pitch and get some treatment for his nose as it continues to leak. And yeah, guys. And I think Rangers are making another substitution as well before the game will resume. Yeah, a bit of a painful one that though for Tav. And it is Celtic who are in possession currently now with Joe Hart. Now Carter Vickers here, gives it to Moy. Now Carter Vickers back to Joe Hart. To Carter Vickers again. Now Jovanovic. McGregor back to Jovanovic again. Now Jovanovic is offside. And it will be a Rangers free kick. And Alfredo Morelos is coming off here now for Scott Wright. He's been waiting for a little while now to come on, ever since Tavernier got injured earlier on. McGregor now with the goal kick for Rangers. Finds Scott Wright, but his header can't be controlled, and Celtic do win back possession now. And win a throwing at the same time. An unsettling statistic for Rangers fans: Celtic have scored the most goals between the 76th and 90th minute this season, with 16 of those goals coming in that time. So the game's definitely not over yet, guys. It's definitely not over yet. But McGregor does collect a pass from Celtic midfielder. McGregor now finding Scott Wright. Scott Wright controlled the ball nicely there. Gives it to Tav. Tavernier now attempts a long pass forward, but he's overhit it and it goes out of play for a Celtic goal kick. Yeah, I think Rangers might need a third goal if they want to unsettle some of the maybe the nerves and stuff like that as well. Good to see him get a third goal. Celtic are still very much in this game. Not over till Neil Lennon, not over till Neil Lennon sings or flies to Dubai. Neil Lennon had some positive words to say about Ryan Kent the other day, actually. I'm sure that hurt him to say it. Looks like Sands is coming on as well, guys, for Rangers. This will be Rangers' fourth substitution for Rangers, I believe. Sands. Tavernier now. Gives it up to Scott Wright. Scott Wright with a pass over his head, trying to find Sakala on the run. Now Scott Wright's got the ball back here for Rangers. Ended up running into Jovanovic instead. I think he's hurt himself in the process, but he's alright. Now Callum McGregor for Celtic. Gives it to Johnson. Now back to Carter Vickers again. Carter Vickers here now to Jovanovic on that left-hand side. Now to Aaron Moy. Now Jota. Jota loses the ball to Kamara. Now Kamara with a nice pass to Ryan Kent here. Ryan Kent got Tillman and Sakala in support. Uses Tillman. Tillman with a chance here. Takes a shot, but it's a nice tackle there by Cameron Carter-Vickers to block the shot. And there's a good chance there for Malik Tillman. But a good defending there from Cameron Carter-Vickers to block the shot. And now Ryan Jack on the ball here now for Rangers. Gives it to Kamara. Kamara now to Tillman. Tillman there is fouled and it will be a Rangers free kick. But fair play to Carter-Vickers for that defending. That was decent. It's a really good chance there for Tillman. I think he would have beat Joe Hart. Joe Hart's position was a bit weird. It was quite close to him. And Tillman is coming off here for James Sands. Both of them from the US. One American off, the other one's coming on. But yeah, Tillman's been good again. Probably most technically gifted Rangers players, to be honest with you. He's a very, very, very good player. I think they should sign him. Now it is a Rangers free kick here. Ball comes in from the free kick. Falls to Goldson, but Moy gets there first. And then Moy clears it away now here for Celtic. Only up as far as to Tavernier. Tavernier now to Davies. Davies then heads it on. And Starfelt clears it away. Now Starfelt gives it to Moy. And then Moy back to Joe Hart there. Roberts not too happy about the penalty still. It is Rangers throwing here now. Tavernier takes it. Throws it long, finds Scott Wright. Scott Wright heads it on here for Sakala to chase. But Starfelt gets there first. And then Starfelt gives it back to Joe Hart, who then clears it away from danger. Sands now here for Rangers. A nice pass to Kamara, which cuts open the Celtic midfield now. Now to Ryan Kent down the left-hand side. Back to Kamara. Kamara with a heavy touch there. And he can't keep it in. And it goes out of play for a Celtic throw-in. And now McGregor. Yeah, 3 minutes left, guys, of normal time. I'm sure there'll be a few minutes of injury time left due to Tavernier's nose. But Jota here gets past Tavernier for Celtic. A nice pass there for Moy, but it looks like it was offside initially. But nonetheless, Ryan Jack does try and clear it away. And it falls to Celtic. Who's that? It's 2-2. Celtic have just scored. And it's Kyogo. Makes it 2-2 there. But I think VAR will check that because I thought the initial pass to Moy was offside. But we will check it. Kyogo scores the equalizer for Celtic there. But I did think the initial pass to Moy was offside. It's not because Barisic kept him on. Didn't see Barisic at first. Yeah, it's a 2-2 here. Kyogo makes it 2-2 for Celtic. And it wasn't great defending there, to be fair. And it looks like Celtic will have the momentum now for the last few minutes of the game. But it is Rangers in possession now with Ryan Kent down that left-hand side. Gives it to Barisic. Barisic now back to Kamara. Now Connor Goldson to Tavernier. Tavernier now to Jack. Jack to Scott Wright. Ball comes in from right. Falls to Sands on the edge of the box. Sands now so slow on the ball. What are you doing? Just pass it away. And Sands loses it here. And Goldson with a nice sliding tackle there to get it off Abada. Terrible by Sands. Terrible. But it is a Celtic throw-in now. I don't know. I'd take 2-2 from a losing position. Celtic are not as far in front as they seem. And with right signings could certainly be caught. Yeah, but I think we should be beating them at Ibrox. You shouldn't. I don't know. There is 7 minutes of injury time, guys. I thought there'd be a few minutes, obviously due to Tavernier being down for a little while. And there could be a good chance for either side to get a winner. Tavernier now here from the throwing for Rangers. Gives it to Wright. Now Tav to Jack. Jack can't control the ball. And McGregor will clear it away for Celtic. And I think Golden's just fouled Giacomakis as well, further up the park. But referee says no foul. Or gives a foul to Rangers as well, actually. And it's a Rangers free kick now. Tav here with a nice ball up from the free kick. Falls to Jack. Jack now to Sakala. Sakala did well there. Nice 1-2 play there with Scott Wright. It takes a shot. And it goes wide. And it's a goal kick now to Celtic. Now McGregor here for Celtic with the ball. Tries to feed in Aaron Moy down that left-hand side, but he overhits his pass and it goes out for a Rangers goal kick. Now McGregor to Jack. Jack to Kamara. Kamara, a heavy pass, but it was kind of a miss-hit. But he does win the ball back here for the Rangers. Now gives to Barisic, but goes out of play and it'll be a Celtic throw-in. Big Ange needs to have a word on his Jovanovic decisions. Obviously not his day yet. 4 subs and he stays on. I think Jovanovic was one of the subs. I think Greg Taylor was on before, wasn't he? Callum McGregor here now. Loses the ball though. To Sands. And Sands is fouled at the same time, and it'll be a free kick to Rangers. They're trying to play it quickly here, but the Celtic players are getting in the way. And it's a yellow card to McGregor as well at the same time. 4 minutes left, guys, of injury time. Connor Goldson now boots it long. Trying to find Tavernier down that right hand side. He manages to do so. Tab keeps it in. Whips it into the area first time. But they clear it away. And now it falls to Goldson. Goldson now to Davies. Now up to Borna Barisic. Barisic now to Kent. Kent now with a pass down the right hand side to find Tavernier. Tavernier now trying to pass it into Ryan Jack, who's making a run, but he overran and the ball went behind him. Now Jota on the ball for Celtic, trying to find Giacomakis. But Davies clears it away. And Ryan Jack gets a yellow card in the same time as well. for a foul further up the pitch. Now Carter Vickers on the ball for Celtic. Robert said, "We don't stop, we don't need VAR's help, we don't need dodgy penalties." Now Celtic on the attack now, Giacomakis. He's got Davies there trying to defend against him here. And he lays it off trying to find Callum McGregor, but it falls to right instead. And now Rangers back in possession now with Sakala. Sakala's got an advantage now after he was tripped up. Now he lays it off to Scott Wright. Scott Wright's out-muscled there by Jovanovic. And Celtic win a free kick, apparently. About a minute left to play, guys, of this game. It looks like it might end in a draw here. A few more of the Celtic fans coming back out now that they've scored their equalizer. It's good to see. Tav now to Davies. Maybe one last chance left in Rangers to maybe get the winner. Lays it off to Kent, but Kent wins a throwing here. Well, I will say though, Celtic fans, it looks like Rangers are playing more for a win here than you guys are. You guys are pretty happy sitting back now, wasting a bit of time. I'm sure you'd be happy with a point, to be fair. You're pretty far ahead. Tab now to Jack. Jack back to Goldson. 15 seconds left. Now to Tavernier again. You've got to play it out the park now. Tav to Wright. Wright loses the ball though, and I think that'll be the game. Yeah, it's a throw now to Celtic. That's probably the game now, guys. That's it, guys. That's full time. It ends 2-2. Disappointing on Rangers' front. Good performance in the second half. Celtic were nowhere to really be seen in the second half until their goal. But I'd say overall, first half Celtic's performance and Rangers' second half performance, I'd say it's a fair match. Maybe a draw is probably what each team deserves. But yeah, guys. Dan will be back next time, next Rangers game, sorry, on the 8th. But yeah, it was a good game overall, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. And thank you for watching. Take care. Peace.